Hey everybody, it's Brian here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing great. So after last week's bombshell announcement from Redbubble regarding the tier system that they're going to be introducing on the 1st of May, I know for a fact that their decision has left a really bad taste in the mouths of sellers, both new and old on the platform, yours truly included. And as a result, we have already started to see a huge decline in the number of sellers and in the number of listings on the Redbubble platform as people obviously take the decision to leave Redbubble simply because they feel that it just doesn't make sense from a financial point of view to continue trying to sell their designs on Redbubble given the exorbitant fees that Redbubble is going to be charging people who are in the standard tier. Now, if you haven't seen any of the videos that are currently out there on YouTube about this, I would highly recommend that you do so. I'm going to leave a thumbnail to the one I created last week, which gives a very brief overview about what's going on and what my views about this decision are. Suffice it to say, there have been quite a number of people who have left, and as a result, they are in a vacuum with respect to where they are going to migrate their designs in hopes of creating their side hustle to try and gain some more income, whether it's to put food on the table, to pay the bills, or just simply, to have a little extra disposable income to buy things that they've always wanted to buy. And again, most importantly, simply for the enjoyment of creating designs and selling them through print-on-demand platforms to put a smile on the face of potential clients. Now, in today's episode, I thought I was going to share two websites that you could potentially consider migrating to if you have already taken or are planning to take the decision to leave Redbubble. Maybe perhaps these two sites, either or both, could be something that you might want to consider taking your designs to and actually trying your luck in terms of selling over there. So without further ado, let's head over to my computer so that I can show you these two websites. Let's go. Okay, so the first website that we're going to be discussing today is in fact TeePublic, as you can see on my screen now. Now, for those of you who've been in the print-on-demand industry, will clearly know that TeePublic is in fact owned by Redbubble. But unlike all of the issues that have been plaguing Redbubble, we don't really find this to any great extent on TeePublic. And in fact, it is a real, at least in my opinion, a very user-friendly website to upload your designs to as well. So if we just take a look at what TeePublic offers vis-a-vis products and just hover over here, we've got adult apparel, we've got our t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, sweatshirts, long sleeve tees, and baseball t-shirts, which again is not unsimilar to what was offered on Redbubble. In terms of kids apparel, we have t-shirts, hoodies, long sleeve t-shirts, and onesies. So we have a fewer number of items than what was offered on Redbubble. Masks, for some reason or another, are still being offered. That's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. In terms of home goods, you've got your wall art, notebooks, mugs, pillows, totes, tapestries, and pins. Again, very similar to what was offered in Redbubble. And then in terms of cases and stickers, we have your phone cases, laptop cases, stickers, which for many of you is a real big staple in your print-on-demand sales, and magnets as well. Now, in terms of uploading onto TeePublic, it is relatively very simple. I've opened up the upload page over here, as you can see, and basically you have one of two options to upload your designs. You can either upload a single design by simply, transferring a PNG file into this area below, or else clicking on this link here to obviously navigate through your hard drive and then upload the design you wish to sell on TeePublic. Or if you would like to batch upload, let's say for example you have, maybe 10 or 15 of a scaled design where you're going to be using similar tags, you could actually use this multi-file uploader, and if you click on it, basically all you're going to do is you're going to drop multiple files here in this area. As you can see, the icon has changed to multiple layers of PNG files, and then after you upload them, it's going to provide you with the option of putting in your title, your description, your main tag, and your supporting tags for each of your uploaded designs until you get through the entire list of uploads that for this particular session, and then you can just publish everything all in one go. Again, it is very easy to do. Now, what I normally do when I have a scale design, let's say for example I have 10 variations of a particular scale design, And I know that the tags are going to be similar for each one. So what I normally do is I open up a Word document and I type in the 14 tags, because TeePublic will only allow you to insert 14 secondary or supportive tags in addition to your one main keyword tag. So in truth, you're getting 15 tags per design, which I find really, really great, because it really focuses your attention on choosing the best tags to get your design out there. And it also helps to deter a lot of tag spamming. Okay, so let's just do a quick example here. I'm going to go back to the single file uploader. And you know you're on the single file uploader because the icon here changes. And I just basically downloaded an abstract image from one of these stock imaging platforms online. I'm just going to click, I'm going to drag it into place here. So after it's being processed, then you're going to have obviously your information here. So as you can see here, you're going to have to give it a design title, okay? Your main tag, all right? So let's just say abstract design. Now look at what has happened. As I started typing into the field pertaining to the main tag, TeePublic has already started to populate a list underneath it with possible suggestions for me to consider. And as you can see here, I chose abstract designs, but down at the bottom we have abstract designs geometric, which is yet an extra keyword that I could use as my main tag to have a long tail keyword phrase, so that obviously my design will have a better chance of being, seen in the TeePublic marketplace for people to be able to find it. So if you're happy with that, you just scroll down over and just click on the one that you want to use. If you don't want to use any of them, you don't have to. Just type in whatever keywords you want to use and then hit enter, and then you move on to the next field. So let's choose abstract designs geometric. I think the design for name, I'll just give it abstract design background. Again, this is all fictitious. I'm not going to actually publish this. This is just give you an idea of how to go about filling in all of the details pertaining to TeePublic for your design. Now, in your description, you can type in whatever you want to put in, obviously for your clients to read, to get a little bit of a blurb about the design, and obviously to make your design searchable on search engines. So you want to make sure that you are actually introducing keywords here too as well, to further help get your design in front of the eyeballs of people, not only necessarily through the TeePublic marketplace, but even indeed through various search engines like Google, okay? And again, people here, this is where I want to encourage you to obviously insert an upsell as well. Now, if you don't know what upselling is, if you don't know how to write an effective description, I'm going to leave a thumbnail to a video I had published some time ago, obviously providing a suggestion to you of how I go about creating descriptions for my postings. It was actually for Redbubble, but it is just as effective for TeePublic and indeed for any and all the other print-on-demand platforms that are out there. So you want to include an effective description that is going to help support your design in getting seen. Now, after you finish inserting your description, the next important component for your design is the supporting tags. Now, over here, as you type, TeePublic again is going to give you suggestions as well. So if I had just had to type again abstract, okay, so as you can see here, TeePublic has provided yet another list of potential keywords and keyword phrases that I could use, obviously, to use for this particular listing. And again, it's just simply a question of just clicking on them, and then it just provides you another list. You can choose colorful, geometric, and you can really go through keyword tagging your design really simply and really quickly. Now, if you want to actually use a list from the abstract, just type in abstract again, and then obviously TeePublic will provide you with other keyword tags with the word abstract. And you got abstract digital art, which is another long tail keyword phrase, okay? Abstract designs, abstract pattern. And you can keep on doing this until you get to a point where the TeePublic will say, oh, you can only put up to 14 keyword tags here. All right, so let's just do one more. Let's see, let's just try geometric. Let's see what else comes up. So geometric designs. We can type geometric patterns. And you just keep on doing that until obviously TeePublic tells you to stop because you can't put up anymore. So let's just, just for the simple sake of example, let's try wallpaper and see what comes up. Wallpaper pattern. Boom, there you go. As you can see, you have met the tag limit, 15 out of 15 for this design. If you want to add a different tag, you must first remove one. So obviously that last one that I actually chose is not going into the list. So obviously I'm not going to be able to use that. Now let's go back to what I stated earlier, that if you had, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20 variations of a particular design that you created, what you can do then is you can open up a Word document or a notepad or any kind of text document and just simply type out or copy and paste these particular keywords onto that document, separate each by a comma, and then when you move on to the next particular design, you can then just simply copy and paste them into this field over here without having to have to go through the process again. So that's just one way of actually uploading. Now, then after you finish uploading your keyword tags and your descriptions, it's very important to obviously stipulate whether your design has mature content or not. Obviously, in this case, it doesn't. And now we're going to go into the area where we're going to tweak the designs on the products. And it is super simple to do so. As you can see here, by default, the first product that you're going to see is the t-shirt. Okay, and you've got some tools here where you can either scale back the design, you can obviously center it vertically and or horizontally, and then you can decide whether or not you want the design to be printed just on the front, on the back, or both the front and the back. So you have a few options over here for your clientele. So you can actually see, take a look at your design and see where is it going to be showcased the best on the front, on the back, or on both. Whichever one you choose, you're just going to simply toggle and you're good to go over there. Now, what you want to do is you want to set the default color for the t-shirt by clicking on this drop down arrow, and as you can see here, we've got quite a number of colors. Now, I normally tend to choose black as my default color for t-shirts because I feel that the designs showcase a lot nicer on a black background. But then obviously, if you have a particular design which is all in black and you want to have a nice color in the background to make that pop, well, then you can easily choose one of the colors here. And as you hover your mouse pointer over the colors, you're going to see the t-shirt color changing, so you can see what your design is going to look with the color t-shirt changed in the background. And then obviously you want to make sure that you choose the color that is really going to highlight and is really going to complement your design. So I'm just going to choose black by default for now. And as you can see, all of the other items has actually changed to black. But if you want to go in and change them, you can do so. So if I wanted to change the crew neck and I don't make it dark green, I can do so as well. Now, in terms of product colors, TeePublic offers quite a plethora of color choices that you could have your background color set for your designs. Now, you can either go for all of them, which I think personally is an excessive amount. I have never uploaded a design where I had all of the colors toggled. If you want to go for just the light ones, let's say for example you have a black text or a black design, you're just going to click on light and all of the dark colored backgrounds have now been untoggled. Alternatively, you can go with the dark ones, and now obviously all of the light ones have just been untoggled. Or you could just click on none and then select. I normally tend to go for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are normally my colors of choices, and I'm sharing them with you. I tend to find these colors work a lot more with a lot of designs. Again, every design is going to dictate different colors. You might actually want to introduce yellow or orange. It's up to you. But I definitely normally go with sort of like an army green, a heather black, pink, a dark pink for obviously the fairer sex, a maroon gray, and then a navy blue. But again, this is all totally up to you. You select whatever colors are going to complement your design. Then as we're scrolling down, we can then configure other products. And as you can see here, we don't have a very extensive menu, so this isn't really going to take a very long time to go through, okay? Now, we've already done apparel. If you want to go into stickers, you're just going to click on it, and then you have your tool area for your stickers. Now, in terms of stickers, you have 3 different layouts. You can either choose the die cut only, you can choose a die cut design and background color. So since we chose black as the default color for our t-shirt, the background color for the sticker is going to be black. Or you could simply go for a rectangle, and then you can either select whether it's going to be landscape or portrait orientation, and you can choose your different aspect ratios. Again, you want to play around with these, see which one is going to showcase your design in the best light, and then you can just go for that. Okay, and basically you want to go through all of the other products and just tweak accordingly. Now you need to make sure that your design size is large enough. If it isn't for a particular product, then it's going to be disabled, as you can see here with tapestries, because of the fact that I just uploaded a very basic small file for this abstract design background. It's not large enough to obviously be hosted on tapestries, so by default TeePublic turns it off. So I would obviously suggest that when you're creating a design, very similarly to Amazon, you want to create a design of 4500 pixels by 5400 pixels at 300 dpi, and effectively you shouldn't have any issues with any of these products on TeePublic when you upload those dimensions into it. Obviously, you want to make sure that you're not getting any of this black ugliness over here, so you can always increase the scale to cover. So in this particular case, you're getting that abstract design covering the entire mask. Again, it's all a question about playing around and tweaking. Once you've gone through all of it and you're happy with the way that they look, then you're just going to toggle this button here that you have read and agreed to the terms and conditions, and then you're going to publish. Now, if you're halfway through the uploading process and I don't know, the wife calls you for dinner or the kids are screaming and something's happened or whatnot, or you got to rush out for work, or one of the other million reasons out there that obviously try to vie for your attention, you can always just click save for later. It'll save where you finished off, and then when you get back onto TeePublic, you can continue where you left off. So if you're going to publish it, you just click on the publish, and obviously then you will see your design in the marketplace. You'll see an individual listing, and by default, TeePublic, for the first, I believe, 48 hours, it provides your design at a special discounted rate. So this is definitely the time that you want to market your designs for TeePublic on your social media platforms to try and encourage people to buy the design on a product while it is at a discounted rate. After the 48 hours, then it's bumped up to obviously the normal rate. Again, it depends on what currency you have your system slated to. And then obviously it's just a question of trying to market then. But you always want to make sure that you try and land a couple sales if possible during those first 48 hours. So that's effectively how to go about uploading in very basic terms on TeePublic. There are a couple other ways, but maybe I'll tackle that in a future video. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments down below, because I don't want this video to be excessively long. Now, why would I recommend that you upload to TeePublic? Well, if we just take a look at TeePublic stats, I am publishing this video in April of 2023. As you can see here, we're on SimilarWeb, and the total visits that TeePublic received the previous month was 8.8 million visits to the websites. Okay, globally, in terms of a rank, it has been going up recently. I wonder if it's because of the issues pertaining to Redbubble. If that's the case, in either case, it's gaining in popularity. It's ranked number 88 for lifestyle, fashion, and apparel in the United States, which is actually really, really good. Country rank is 1800, which is not bad at all. I have seen some other websites with dismal numbers, so this is actually really good. In terms of annual revenue, TeePublic makes around 15 to 25 million, so they're really established. They started in 2013, so they're effectively 10 years old, which is still relatively new. They're still, in their infancy stage. So there's a lot of potential for growth and development. So I would highly recommend that if you've left Redbubble, or if you're in the process of leaving Redbubble, you can actually migrate your designs to TeePublic. Okay, so the next website I'm going to be sharing with you, I have to be very honest with you, I haven't yet started using it. I was researching it and reading through, the FAQ pages and whatnot. And to be honest with you, it does look rather interesting. The name of this website is tfury.com. And basically, when I was looking at the homepage, it does have a little bit of a feel similar to that of TeePublic, even in terms of the way they, thumbnail their designs and whatnot. And I thought it was really nicely laid out. In terms of products, they have quite a plethora too as well. We've got blankets, canvases, drinkware, laptop sleeves, leggings, notebooks, phone cases, pins, shower curtains, okay, stickers, sweatshirts, tank tops, tees, throw pillows, and tote bags. So there are some similarities to Redbubble. Let's just click on drinkware over here and see what we've got. So as you can see, we've got various listings here and the associated colors that those mugs, those rather designs have been toggled with, okay? Now, in terms of T-Fury. I went through the FAQ pages, and I'm just going to bring one now which I think would interest all of you. That pertains to commissions and payouts, which effectively is one of the main reasons why we are all on print-on-demand platforms anyways, right? So the way T-Fury goes about it is that basically commissions are based on the price paid by the customer. So if an item, it was anywhere between 0 cents, $0 and $10.99, then the commission payout is 50 cents. From 11 to 20.99, it's $1, and so on and so forth, with commission being paid out of $5 for any orders of $81 and up. Again, it doesn't seem like a huge amount, but the fact of the matter remains is that this commission payout will be yours against the sales that you make. There are no fees that are going to be deducted at the time of publishing this video that you're going to have to incur. There's no tier system similarly to what is going to be happening on Redbubble. So effectively, whatever commission you generate, whatever traffic that you lead to the website in order to get, the product sold, that is going to be the commission that is going to be paid out to you, and then obviously is going to be built up over time between the various payment periods. And in terms of payments, how do artists get paid? Well, as is the case with most print-on-demand platforms, they use PayPal, and the payout is at the beginning of each month. Now, the great thing about, at least from my perspective, for this particular platform is that, when you put up a design, it's not automatically accepted. So it has to go through an approval process. Once it's approved and published, then it goes out into the T-Fury marketplace, which is something that I absolutely love. And it's something which I've actually developed a fondness to over the past few months, because this is effectively going to mean that whatever postings, or rather whatever listings are going to be found on T-Fury, are going to be vetted, and they're going to be of a high quality. So these people who are out there tag spamming, who are copying other people's designs and trying to upload them, they're going to have a harder time, at least from my perspective, to get onto this particular platform. There is this gateway that they have to go through, and more often than not, because of the fact that there's this gateway they have to go through, they're probably not going to, waste the time of day trying to get into it in order to try to steal somebody's design and actually try and make a buck on T-Fury. So in this particular case, the marketplace for T-Fury is going to be a lot more subdued. It's going to be a lot more refined in that when customers visit this website, they are going to see the best of the best. And yes, that might mean that some of your designs, if you think they're really good and they don't get accepted, that is the harsh reality of it. And it's not something that should discourage you. On the contrary, it should help you, make you want to become a better designer, to create designs that are going to be sellable, that are going to be, approved, and they're going to be appealing to the clientele on T-Fury. So again, like I stated earlier on, I haven't as yet started using it. I guess the fact that having received the email from Redbubble and actually finding out that after so many years and so many uploads and so much promoting, I was actually placed in the standard tier. And I don't know the reason why. There wasn't a clear-cut definition as to why I was placed in the standard. I wasn't expecting to be put in the pro, but at least I didn't expect to be put in standard either. So as a result, this action from Redbubble has effectively encouraged me to start looking for other print-on-demand platforms so that I can start weaning myself away from Redbubble if the current trend is going to continue with this tier system, and start planning my routes elsewhere. And I think T-Fury is probably going to be the one that I'm going to actually start investing my time in. So, it looks promising. I think I'm going to invest some time in T-Fury myself and see how it goes, see what kind of sales that I generate. I will let you know over the days, weeks, and months how things are going on T-Fury, so that if you're not as yet convinced that maybe you should be going the way of T-Fury, perhaps maybe future videos might actually encourage or in fact discourage you from continuing. I will be very transparent in terms of what I feel that this website has done for me based on the designs and the whole application and uploading and acceptance phases that we have to go to. But from the get-go, I'm actually quite impressed with this website. I think there's a lot of potential to it. Again, very similar to Redbubble and TeePublic, you get your featured artists. There's a lot of information at the bottom here. You can affiliate yourself with the website if you want to, if you don't want to sell designs on it. So that's something that you could consider too as well. This 18 weeklies looks pretty interesting too as well. So if we just click on that, I'm assuming here new designs starting at $18 for the week. So I guess I'm assuming that these are new, fresh designs that have recently been accepted onto TeeFury. As you can see here, there are only 65 results currently. So if anybody's looking for a bargain or a steal or a good deal, call it whatever you might want to call it, this might actually be something that, a potential customer could visit, take a look, and actually get their hands on a good deal, maybe even around Christmas time, Valentine's, Easter, the big holidays or whatnot. If you get a design accepted that gets featured over here, you could land yourself some extra sales too as well. And from the looks of it here, I guess they also have deals with different companies, and brands and whatnot. And I saw something pertaining to Peanuts. You've got your Star Wars, Back to the Future. So clearly they have these particular agreements that are allowing these designers to create designs for. So if you're somebody who's into fan art, and perhaps the fact that you can no longer do that on Redbubble, this might be a platform that you could actually consider too as well. So that's TeeFury. Gonna let you know in the days and weeks ahead how things are going with that. If you don't want to wait for those videos and you want to delve into it yourself, it's teefury.com. Give that a try. So there you have it, everybody. We've looked at these two websites. Both have a great amount of potential for them. We've seen what kind of products both platforms are on offering. Yes, it doesn't seem like either of these platforms offer the same number of products that Redbubble was offering. But you know what? I think that could also be a good thing in that it limits the amount of options for clients so that they can really focus on what's available and purchase from those, as opposed to being bombarded with a ton of different products and not knowing what they're going to purchase the design on, and maybe, just maybe, even simply saying, it's just not worth it, I can't decide, so I'm not going to purchase. Again, we don't know what the future holds for these two particular platforms. It's highly possible that, just as had happened with Redbubble, they will start introducing more products down the line for your designs to be showcased on. So it's not a bad idea to be on either of these platforms. Try your luck with it, start uploading, test the water, see how it goes, and actually do a little bit of marketing to drive traffic to these respective platforms if you feel so inclined to be on them. And hopefully, sales will start coming in, and it might just be that you'll actually be making more money than you would have on Redbubble had you stayed with the new fees. And obviously you can reach a higher degree of success and take your print-on-demand business to the next level. So I hope you found value in today's video. If you did, if I've given you a new sense of hope, smash that like button. If you're new to this channel or haven't as yet subscribed to it, please do so now by smashing that subscribe button and turning on the bell notification icon. Help me to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. I know with your help that I can do that. But for today, that's all I've got. And as always, be safe, be well, be creative. Bye for now. Hey, thanks again for watching this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to do so. If you are interested in taking your print-on-demand business to the next level and learning how to generate more sales, please consider clicking on one of the two video thumbnails that have appeared on your screen now. I'll see you there. Thanks again.